Hey, everybody. This is Let Me See Your Transcript, your very favorite history teacher. Can y'all hear me? This is me really early than usual because, like I said, it's the last week of school. So today I was uh, basically breaking down my classroom, getting all the stuff off the walls, putting stuff in my closet. So basically, tomorrow I just have time to, just get all the signatures and everything that you have to have on this checkout list. So, um, and one of the things on my checkout list is to get my department chair to do a room check. So that was also a reason why I was trying to get that done. So that would be out of the way. But I wanted to come on here, and it's like every day there's something going on with Trump. And so I talked about yesterday about just the disrespect I feel like he gave to the West Point graduates and to the deceased family members, deceased servicemen and women, and their families at the Memorial Day service this past Monday. It's like, as long as he is reading that teleprompter, he is fine. When he starts going off on tangents, and it's like, he got to make a dig at Joe Biden. He has to talk about how he's bringing back the military, or how everything is so great because of him, and it's like, dude, what is going on? So, the last couple of days, yesterday, got a lot of traction because he was pardoning the Chrisleys, Julie and Todd. So I don't know if y'all remember the Chrisleys had a reality show. I was watching it, and I'm not a really big reality show person. And for those of you who don't know, Julie and Chrisley, Julie and Todd Chrisley, their daughter Savannah, their son Chase. They have a younger son named Grayson, and then they have a granddaughter who's biracial, but she's a black biracial girl. Her name is Chloe, that they're raising. Todd has two kids from his first marriage. Julie is his second wife. Two kids from his first wife. He doesn't have the best relationship with him. I think he was out there making that money, and then they got a divorce, and then later he remarried and got with Julie, and then they had kids. So it was like, okay, he was, those second round of kids benefited, I think, more than the first round. But he is one thing I do applaud for them. They did step in as grandparents, and they are co-parenting, I guess you could say, with Chloe's mother, which is basically his Todd's oldest son's mother of his child. Yeah. So, and I'm so happy. Also, that girl hair is always fixed. They need to have. Yeah, you can say what they want. They out there for wire and tax fraud, tax evasion. But that little black girl, her hair is fixed. I'm applauding a lot more parents who are white or different race. They're trying to get some help. They are making sure the black biracial children and their hair is fixed. Thank you. There are tutorials, and shout out to the dads too, the black and the white dads. Why here getting their kids their daughters' hair fixed? They don't come out here looking like you know what I'm saying? Thank you. All right. So anyway, so a lot of people are like, oh, and then they're looking at Scott Jenkins. He's a former law enforcement officer, a sheriff. He was in jail on bribery charges. Then Paul Wozniak. This is in the last I want to say two days. That these three pardons he's issuing, and then it reminded me of two previous pardons. One of my students told me about, because I'm teaching government, and we were going over the duties of the president, and I started talking about pardons, and they said, hey, miss, did you know that Trump pardoned the creator of the dark web, this dark website? And I said, what? And I looked it up. I said, what? I even get a kid bonus points for it. If you can tell me something in the news, current events, and relates to our lesson, I do bonus points. So I go look up this young man named Ross Ulbricht. Okay? Ross Ulbricht, right? He, y'all see, I'm trying to move it over to the, it's not letting me. Oh, there you go. This is Ross Ulbricht. He's 40 years old, y'all. He was actually in federal prison serving 2 life sentences because he created the dark website called Silk Road, where basically people can go on there and they could buy, or I guess you say, buy illegal things. Most of the time, drugs or guns, or hire people to murder other people or unalive them. And so I think some people also turned state's evidence against him. So I think he got some conspiracy charges. So overall, he never actually tried to kill someone or bought some guns or anything. He just created the place where you can get all that done. So he was actually in jail about to serve 2 life sentences. Well, his mother, well, obviously, I'm going to say this. Him and Paul Wozniak, they mama's boys. Our mama loves them, okay? Because his mother is a libertarian. She's very active in the Libertarian Party. And so she got the Libertarian Party to start a campaign called Free Ross. Then she got the Libertarians to come out and say that they were going to vote for Trump. So guess what President Trump did on the second day that he was, or I guess it was the third day that he was president of the United States, on January 22nd, he pardoned Ross Ulbricht because his mama out here got some votes for him. She got the Libertarians to vote for him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Remember, I told you, Trump rewards loyalty. He loves loyalty, he loves money. Okay? All right. So then a couple of months ago, right after I read about Ross Ulbricht, I read about this lady. This lady's name is Michelle Fiore. She is from Las Vegas. Her nickname, I believe they call her Lady Trump. And if you look at her though, don't she look like she could be Ivana Trump or Marla Maple's sister? Maybe that's what I call. Well, this lady, she's like the rich and famous. She was supposed to be, I think she was still a council person. She was supposed to be collecting money for a memorial for a fallen policeman who died in the line of duty. Well, guess what girlfriend was doing with that money that was being, I guess, either wired to her or Cash App or Venmo or Zelle to her? She was paying her rent and she was getting cosmetic surgery, y'all. Her trial was last year. I want to say December, she got sentenced, and she was supposed to start, I forget what day she was supposed to start with her sentencing. Maybe she got out of jail because guess what? Trump pardoned her. And one of the first things she did when she got out of jail, she had a press conference. And she said she wanted to thank all her supporters, and she's definitely going to thank President Trump for getting her out of jail, and she's out here free. And I'm just like, her was wire fraud. 7 counts, y'all. And I want to say something bad. She had her trial. She hadn't had her sentencing yet. But one of her charges could get her up to 20 years. So because he pardoned her, I think she was in jail during the trial. So she served some time because, she was having a trial, but she didn't actually go to prison. She didn't actually go to prison, but she hadn't got sentenced yet. Yeah. Yeah. Lady Trump. Then this is the other mama's boy who I really think need his ass whooped. Okay, so Paul Wozniak, he's 53. I want to say Lady Trump is 56. They ain't 50s. I want to say Ross is the youngest one. He's 40. He's a millennial. Everybody else is Gen X. So Paul worked for his mother. His mother owned nursing homes. Okay, several different nursing homes. Well, Paul decided to put his mama's business in jeopardy. Okay, he's supposed to be paying payroll taxes. Businesses, when they take out like FICA, and then the FICA money is the payroll tax, and then that gets sent to the U.S. Treasury Department, and that actually pays for things like Medicare, Social Security, all that kind of stuff. Well, instead of him sending the money, this is why it's tax fraud, to the IRS, he took the payroll tax money and basically spent it on himself. He was making it rain, y'all, all over the place. And this is his mama's business. But because he is a mama's boy, and his mama really should have just went over there and just whooped his ass and just let him stay up in the jail, because it's probably what he needed. But she took $1 million and to pay to go to some Trump dinner, y'all, fundraiser or something like that. And guess what Trump did yesterday? Trump pardoned her son. I'm gonna need Paul when he get out. I'm gonna need him to do what Ross is doing, because when Ross got out of jail, he went and sat down. I don't hear shit up front about what Ross is doing. I don't hear nothing. I don't see him in the news. I want to say his mama have him sitting down somewhere. I hope he's not near a computer or anything too. Paul need to do the same thing. Because my thing is, sir, you messed up your mama's job. Who wants her to be controlling nursing homes when you over there stealing? You stole from your, not only the employees, but you stole from your mama. I'm wrong with you, Paul. What's wrong with you? Okay. So he was tax fraud. Okay. Then now this one is I want to say more controversial, because even though I think tax fraud, wire fraud, it's all like it's wrong. This man was sheriff, and so guess what he was doing? He was accepting thousands of dollars in exchange for making I think it was men, I don't know if it was any women, making them law enforcement, making them part-time, like making them constables and stuff, deputies. Like he was doing, like, how they always say, oh, we getting back on the merit system, only people should be having the job. So on the merit system, no, he wasn't doing the merit system. He was doing, what's the highest number you can give me, and I'm gonna give you this job. So unqualified people for a certain price can become a deputy. By the way, Scott Jenkins was also supposed to serve, I want to say Paul had 18 months. I forgot how many years the sheriff was going to get. But because someone said it's controversial because he's law enforcement, he's supposed to be all about the law and order. But this man was actually out here selling, offices, and I think he's actually supposed to make restitution. A couple of them, I think, are supposed to make restitution. But I think they now saying, I got to double check on this, that because they're now pardoned, I think they don't have to pay the restitution. If that's the case, and I'm one of their victims, oh baby, I'm suing you in civil court because your actions still affected me. So criminally, I can't get my money. I'm gonna get it civilly. I know. That's what I'm gonna do. Someone said in one of the comments on Reddit that he looked like Boss Hogg from the Dukes of Hazzard, and now I just can't unsee it. I cannot see. Just a good old boy. Never meet you no harm. Jefferson Davis Hogg, JD Hogg. I can't unsee it now. Last but not least is the Chrisleys, Julie and Ty. Now, like I said, I watched their show, and the reason how they got, like, remember I said about Trump, he wants loyalty, and he wants it's the price, the money. So Paul Wozniak, Mama paid $1 million dinner fundraiser. I don't know what Lady Trump, they probably spent something. She looked like his last two ex-wives. So I'm just thinking he got a type, his type. And yeah. Let me see. And then plus it was, I guess for what she went to jail for, someone probably was advocating for her. And then, Ross Ulbricht's mama got the libertarians to vote for Trump. Okay. Well, Julie and Todd need to thank their daughter Savannah, because guess who spoke at the Republican National Convention last summer? Because I wasn't even planning on watching it until someone said, "Hey, so and so daughter is over there speaking at that." I said, "What?" And I actually went over there and I saw her, and I said, "Oh, I know why she's there. She's trying to get her mom and daddy a party." And you know what? I can't fault her for that, because I was like, mama, and this is the thing, because I was watching the show. Her mama and daddy's in jail. She became kind of like the unofficial oldest. I believe she is of the second set of children. So she became the parent guardian for Grayson and for Chloe. Okay. And then her brother Chase was out here. He wasn't dealing with mom and dad going to jail. He was out here doing drinking and driving and stuff. He was having the issues like his oldest brother was having. So I was like, okay. And I think Todd's mom, their grandmother, I think maybe she may or may not be. She may be too old to take care of a grandchild and a great grandchild. Yeah. So even though I don't like any people, I look sideways at people who support Trump. But in her case, and I don't know, maybe she got Trump some money, but she used her celebrity to go at the RNC and spoke about Trump so she could get her parents out of jail, and she made it happen. And I'm just like, even though I do like Todd and Julie, I think they did what they said they did. Even though I don't want them to be in jail, it's just like, I've seen y'all show. It's all about business. Do I think y'all intentionally try to wire fraud and tax evade? I don't know. Maybe y'all thought like, okay, my money going to deposit on this day, and then on this day, then I can pay for that. And then it didn't happen that way. So I don't know. Or maybe they had been doing business a certain way the whole time that was customary. But I will say this: the oldest daughter, Todd's oldest daughter from his prior marriage, she actually testified against him in court. And I don't know if they was giving her a deal or whatever. And I want to say, did she recant later on? I can't remember. She may have, but a lot of people feel like, the state was looking for someone to hang it on. And I want to say they had business partners, so the business partners may have also had something to do with it as well. But Todd was supposed to have 12 years, and then Julie supposed to have 7. I want to say they've been in there a couple of years. I want to say. But y'all, this is what. So basically, it's a price. You know, you can get a pardon from Trump. You just gotta do something that he wants you to do. Either support him, support his cause, money, dinner, and then something like that. And that's why I believe the Tiger King and the Tiger King even said this, and he was correct about it. The reason why he is not free is because he does not have $1 million. Okay. This is the Tiger King, and this is also his husband. Tiger King is in Oklahoma jail for they said conspiracy to hire someone to kill Carol Baskin, who is a I guess you say rival in the animal uh wild animal business. I saw Tiger King. I believe his business partner, who was losing money with the Tiger King, uh, basically helped to railroad him and Carol Baskin helped to railroad the Tiger King. That's what I believe. I don't believe Tiger King was like trying to kill that lady. And I actually do believe that Tiger King is innocent. Now, all the people, y'all, that I think Trump, all this group and the Tiger King, that Trump should pardon, I feel like it should be the Tiger King. But the Tiger King don't have no money. Okay? And then on top of that, the Tiger King's husband, Jesus Maldonado, he as soon as his finished, he got arrested because guess what he did? He drove some illegal immigrants through Texas, and he got caught. And then they sent him to jail. They met in, I think, Oklahoma, because it was federal. When you do that, they sent him to the Oklahoma facility. That's where they met. And I want to say they got married. Was it right a few months after Jesus got there? And to be honest, I mean, it looks like they're in love, but at the same time, I kind of feel like, Tiger King is very much an opportunist. He's been married 2 other times, 2 other men. One of his husbands is divorced, the other one died. So I feel like him and the Tiger King, they saw, and they probably did, was lonely, they liked each other, whatever. Even though it was language barrier. Tiger King learned Spanish, and then was trying to learn Spanish, and then his husband was trying to learn English. They got married. I guess they must have let them put them shirts and stuff on when I was in there. So, but I think they was trying to get, use the system to their advantage. So they got married, and I think that was going to put them in the news. And then, they were going to petition because Tiger King is a U.S. citizen. They were going to use that so that, Jesus can stay in the country. Unfortunately, guess what? I guess you see what Trump has been doing since he became in office. He's been deporting everybody. So because he came in illegally or just brought people in here illegally, he committed a crime. He got deported. His husband got deported as soon as he finished his sentence. He's in Mexico now, and he's trying to get back. He really wants help getting back to the United States. He says because the cartels there think that because he's married to the Tiger King that he has money. He's like, I don't have any money. He's like, I can't go out onto the street. And so his husband really is trying to get asylum. And I don't know what he gonna do. I don't know if he needs to do what the Sonora cartel dude did and turn state evidence and say, hey, can y'all make it, make some type of deal so I can come back? But he said he can't go outside. And I'm thinking he's also probably can't go outside because he's a gay man. Mexico is still traditionally a Catholic country, and they do believe in traditional marriage. So there may be other, it may be physically, he might have violence done to him, not just because they think, because he can't pay protection money, because, hey, you are a gay man, openly gay. We all know you married to a man in the United States. So, and then the Tiger King's like, he wants, Trump to pardon him, but he's like, I don't have $1 million. He said, I'm actually innocent of my crime, but I don't have $1 million. And I'm like, he's correct. He is definitely correct. So I hope him and Jose it work out. Cause I was thinking Jose was gonna try to do a song because he's gay, but it's like, oh, he's like, I guess wherever they send him, he's like, there's nothing but cartels over here, and I don't have any. They think I got money. I don't got no money. I can't go outside. And I'm just like, oh. So I hope it works out for him eventually. So, okay, then again, okay. So this is the crew, the Shady Partners crew, that you gotta have the right price. Why is it not showing up? Yeah, here's a Shady Partners crew. You gotta have the right price. Gotta help either get them some votes, speak greatly up, convince some other people to, vote for them. And I also noticed something, that most of these people have been found guilty of crimes that Trump himself has been associated with. Tax fraud. I mean, wasn't that whole thing with the bribery with him using getting Michael Cohen to go give money to pay off the ladies who was saying that they were together, that I'm like, these are like charges, the stuff that Trump is guilty of himself. Oh, by the way, he has somebody else. Someone asked him today, what do you think about the men who were charged and convicted of I guess conspiracy to kidnap the governor, I think it was of Michigan. Do you know this man said, well, I'm going to take a look at the case because, I heard they was railroaded. What? Excuse me? Somebody go find that lady and tell her what this man said. Because he also said the same thing. He's like, oh, I don't know too much about the Tiger King story. I'm going to look into it. And I was expecting Tiger King to get out of jail the last few days Trump was in office, and it didn't happen. I said, damn, people. But Lil Wayne and Kodak Black, and I believe also Teddy Riley's brother, were pardoned. And I know in Kodak Black and Lil Wayne's case, there was an application for a pardon, and in the pardon you have to show like why it'd be a good idea if you didn't have a pardon. So in both their cases, they gave money to charity. Now I might need to go back and see if those charities are related to Trump, because you never know. It could be. But in both their cases, they were pardoned. So he pardoned people for the Price is Right. Okay. Well, thanks y'all so much for listening to me. Thank you to those who are watching in the bushes, those of you watching in the clouds. Hey, Trevor. I'm sorry. Hey, Lindsay, I'm sorry. I was trying to drive and he dissed the Gold Star family, but like he could be Jim Carrey's little brother. She looks more like the Chrisley lady. Okay, you know what? Her and yeah. Some of the yeah, I forgot that. Thank you for reminding me. The 1500 J Sixers. That's the first people he pardoned. I forget what day that was. Oh yeah, some of them are actually because some of them have state charges, some of them have other federal charges. A few of them are dead. Only a couple of them said, "Hey, I really don't deserve this pardon." I think one lady she refused a pardon. She's like, we should have been up in there. Yeah, it's different. Hey, Trevor, Trevor, good to see you. Well, with Trump, that's what you can buy your way out. But I tried this with a charity named Trump. You know what? I think I. Someone remind me in the comments. I need to look up what charity did Kodak Black and Lil Wayne gave it to. I'm thinking Terry Roddy probably gave money to charity too. I just need to figure out. It should be on public record. But y'all, let me get some gas. I can't believe I got this long gas. And by the way, didn't Trump say gal $1.98? I'm gonna hit the thing. It's like 2.59. Okay, then Maddie to stop. All right, talk to y'all later. Bye.